Begaman and
Yes, we just watch your battles, doubles. You could call any city you want, my friend. I've been to most of them.
Chennai, although, but Begaman and
yes, we just watch your battles, doubles. You could call any city you want, my friend. I've been to most of them.
Chennai, although, but Begaman and
yes, we just watch your battles, doubles. You could call any city you want, my friend. I've been to most of them.
Chennai, although, but Begaman and
yes, we just watch your battles, doubles. You could call any city you want, my friend. I've been to most of them.
Chennai, although, but Begaman and
yes, we just watch your battles, doubles. You could call any city you want, my friend. I've been to most of them.
Chennai,
Six love.
the strange
And eventually won.
six love, 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 the strange 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 six love
eventually one.
Extra house range.
Eventually one.
Extra house range.
pro in 2007, and his career best is 310. So that's Bernard Paire and Stanislav Wawrinka.
Well, we just saw Paire smiling, so hopefully he's already gotten over that singles semi-final. Has made one final before in Belgrade. Would have been looking forward to a second singles final, not to be. Stan, of course, has won this tournament, singles earlier. People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Yes, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Yes, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. Few, missed a few.
40-30.
Again, a good heavy serve by Wawrinka. Sets up game point.
People here, despite it being a little late in this part of the world. People here, despite it being a
And serving and choosing to stay back. Klaasen following that forehand to the net. The right thing to do, forcing Wawrinka into the error. So this again is a deciding point. No ad scoring. Wawrinka going for a bomb down the middle, not missing by much. I wonder if he'll serve and volley this time. Good heavy serves, choosing to stay back. So with that, the Wawrinka pairs combine whole serve. Lead 1-0 in the opening set.
Wawrinka and Paire obviously have gotten more than just friendly, playing this doubles contest. Here's Mr. Ashu Jindal of IMG Reliance, who own and run the tournament. And it's a fantastic tournament, Ashu, so a big thank you to you and your team for ensuring that it comes here to Chennai year after year. It's fabulously managed, and we're all truly grateful for the fantastic treatment.
Congratulations, Charu, you're invited next year.
I thought you were sleeping, Rico, being your Cinderella hour. But I mean it.
No, absolutely. They run an absolute wonderful event. And you know what's testament to that is the Tipsareviches, the Berdiches, the top players, the Wawrinkas. They love coming back, and that is key to the fact that it's a beautifully run event. If it wasn't beautifully run, the top players wouldn't want to come back. But so there's a lot of there's a lot of players like Tipsarevic and all who come back every year.
Now that's what I was talking about. Monroe, fantastic at the net. Karthi Chidambaram.
Karthi Chidambaram, a man behind the event, really, from TNTA. I think he's the vice president of All India Tennis Association, and a wonderful administrator of the sport here in Chennai.
Well, he, along with his team, also work very hard to ensure that the tournament stays here in Chennai, and of course the The Tamil Nadu government too supports the tournament 100%, which is such a big asset to have the institution of the government behind the tournament. Made it.
30-15.
A little bit of a miscommunication in between Monroe and Klaasen there.
Yeah, I think the man of the net needed to move a little more.
Need to get across was Monroe, but they seem to have mixed up their signs.
Well, we hope he's all right. The big slip, but a quick thumbs up indicates that he may be okay. Should be okay. Oh, the crowd loves the fact that he got up straight away. Smile on his face. First tournament of the season. Make sure you don't get hurt.
40-15.
Got to give Klaasen his due, though. Lovely half volley pickup. Wrong foot in Wawrinka.
Game Klaasen Monroe. 1 game all.
So 1 game all in the opening set. Charu, did you get a chance to see Rajdhani Express this afternoon?
No, but I read a review or two, which I maybe shouldn't have.
Good hands by Klaasen and Monroe.
Well, Paire tried to be cute earlier on, and that drop didn't work at all. Paid the penalty. Did you, though, Rico?
No, in fact, I was a little busy this afternoon.
Oh, you.
But yeah, I've heard apparently there are some good reviews and some not so good reviews. This is what I heard downstairs, so I really don't know.
Doesn't matter. The sporting fraternity.
That's right. We need to all
go
go
out,
and see it.
buy the ticket, see it.
I've got some traveling ahead of me, so I hope it's still in the cinemas in about 10 days' time when I get back to Calcutta.
Not very kind of you to say that.
30.
I don't know how long Hindi movies last in theaters. I have absolutely no idea. I'm not a Hindi movie buff.
But Rico, you control Kolkata. You can just make sure it remains by the time you reach.
Yeah, my name's Enrico Beperno, not Derek O'Brien.
I wonder if Derek's listening. Hi there.
Dear friend of mine. Anyway, so you're watching some fine late night doubles. Ah,
15-40.
one thing's for sure, if I don't get to see it in the cinemas, I'm going to get it on DVD.
Not the same thing, Rico. Not the same thing.
Why is not the same thing?
It's 1/1000th the size. Come on, you got to see big screen.
Okay. All right. So
30-40.
It may not be the Indian Express, but certainly the Rajdhani Express. You owe the big screen.
absolutely. Is this the one that runs between Delhi and Calcutta, or between Delhi and Bombay?
Delhi and many cities.
Yeah, there are a lot of Rajdhanis around.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful point. Great lunging volley by Wawrinka.
Deciding point. Receiver choice.
Saving break point. And again, the Wawrinka pair serve coming under the cosh here as they face another break game point at deuce.
Well, Paire read that cross-court soft hand volley and raced up to it. Long legs. Does move quickly.
Oh,
brilliant.
Wawrinka.
that was the talent of
They lead 2 games.
Paire. He hit a brilliant backhand down the line to hold serve. And Benoit Paire and Wawrinka lead by 2-1 in this, the first set.
Time.
Cute with a half volley there. So 30-15.
Again,
the power of the Wawrinka forehand forcing the error.
Well, Rico was suggesting that at the start of this semi-final that just the ground stroking prowess of these two is going to be slightly different for Klaasen and Monroe to handle compared to their previous matches. Wawrinka, big hitter of both the flanks, and Paire, as he showed earlier, also very competent.
40-30.
Again, a good body serve by Monroe, handcuffing Wawrinka, not being able to free his arms. Very effective serve, the body serve. It's at 175. So game point. Again, a huge return of serve by Paire. Straight at Klaasen at the net.
Well, Klaasen will be glad he got out of the way there. Big forehand by Paire. Would have left a hole in Klaasen's body had it struck him.
So Benoit Paire has decided that he will receive the deuce point on the left court, while Klaasen and Monroe play the I formation. Again, wonderful pickup by Klaasen on the half volley. Not an easy shot, but he did really well to pick it up, and Wawrinka sprayed a backhand long.
Well, just a hallmark of professional doubles players. Even though he went all the way back for that lob, couldn't do anything aggressive with it, but came rushing back to the net. Picked up a difficult half volley and then forced Wawrinka to go for a little more.
Love 15.
Benoit Paire caught napping.
All.
Great set of wheels there by Monroe to keep themselves alive in the point. Again, good hitting from both players from the baseline. Wawrinka coming up on top. I thought Monroe would take one of those and try and get in behind it.
Well, it's only because of the heat that Wawrinka put in those forehands allowed Monroe no time. Oh, Paire, don't be that cute.
Receiver choice.
Lost another point.
That's
for
it,
his team.
you know, Charu. Technically, he stands so erect in everything he does, even at the net. And when the ball drops below the net level, Benoit Paire is in trouble because the man is standing so upright. It's pretty incredible how he plays tennis. That sort of stance and the sort of upper body positioning, he gets so much power off those ground strokes.
Game Paire,
Monroe choosing to go down the line, hitting the top of the tape. So with that, Wawrinka and Paire hold serve. And they lead by 3 games to 2 in the first set. we are convinced you're getting old. Yeah, hotties come to the house and you pack them off. Huh? When I told Charu this, he almost fell down the steps. I had to hold him.
Time.
Amazing. When that has ever stopped you, bro?
Still on serve in the opening set. Plenty of athleticism, as we promised, from Klaasen and Monroe. And some heavy hitting from Wawrinka. And occasionally Paire as well.
Lock 15.
Well, it was a clever return by Wawrinka. No pace for Klaasen to work with. A shame that Wawrinka couldn't progress in the singles draw. But I may have said this before, I'll say it again. He's working really hard to ensure that his partnership with Paire is more productive here at Chennai. And he was in Paire's corner during the earlier semi-final, single semi-final today.
30-50.
Cheering him on, motivating him, fist pumping every once in a while. And I did notice that Paire almost after every point had a quick glance, took a quick glance at Wawrinka. Feeding off the friendship.
Wawrinka challenging the call on the left service line. Was called in.
Challenge by Wawrinka.
Full stand. 30-15.
Well in. You needn't have given that so much. Did go down the middle.
There Wawrinka is still challenging remaining.
So 3 games all in this, the first set.
Love. Net to serve.
Landed in.
15-all.
Again, a good return by Klaasen. Heavily top spun. Landing right on the line.
Well within Wawrinka's reach. Chose to let it go. In the previous match, Anand and I were talking about the lack of lobbing these days. Attacking or defensive. In this game, we've seen a bit of it. That one again, long.
But
at least it was attempted. Too good. Fabulously angled. No chance of a reply. And we stay on serve in the opening set.
Time.
Live doubles action from the SDAT Tennis Stadium in Valluvar-Kottam. I've been ordered to say it at least 3 times a night to perfect it, according to my tutor Anand Amritraj.
15.
We're watching doubles action, the final semi-final of the night. We've already had 3, 2 singles and a doubles, and this will decide who will play Emmerich and Bergerman in the doubles final. It's been a wonderful week of tennis here in Chennai. Again, a wonderful volley there by Monroe.
The return might have sailed wide, but Monroe was in position, so he went for it. Did Klaasen take a swipe at it and miss, or did he let it go? Probably the latter. Well long.
Forty 15.
That is Benoit Paire going for a mental walkabout, as Anand calls it. Spraying that forehand literally off the tennis court. Not in the playing arena, Charu. So game points to Monroe and Klaasen in this, the 8th game.
And Wawrinka, what a return. Not only was the man at the net beaten, but even Monroe, no time to reach that return. So fiercely was it hit. Brilliant. Well, Monroe certainly having a lot of trouble with his toss.
Game Klaasen Monroe.
Yep, good choice, good judgment. Lets it sail long. And we remain on serve. Again, tough to pick between these two teams. Stan easily the best singles player around and fairly efficient at the net. But Benoit Paire is playing a slightly make or miss kind of game. Right into the tee. Gone.
15 all.
I just fail to understand how Stan Wawrinka chooses sometimes to serve and stay back. I just don't understand. I was always taught that get to the net in doubles. The guy has the game to, has the serve to follow it up.
But maybe he trusts his ground strokes a lot more than his volley on the run.
What was wrong with those 2 volleys that he hit on the run, Charu?
15.
Well, it was a very good forehand volley as he came in, but Benoit Paire, wake up! We'll have to be a little generous though, because he played a bruising single semi-final and had to handle the disappointment of not making the final. But Wawrinka may not be appreciating it too much. He'll have to do it all himself with that ace.
So 4 all, 30 all.
Wawrinka.
Bernard Paire down on his knees
They
praying.
lead 5 games to 4.
They lead by 5 games to 4 in this, the first set.
Time.
Welcome back as we pass the Cinderella hour here in Chennai. This day 6 of the Chennai Open, the Aircel Chennai Open.
Wawrinka pair challenging the
Wawrinka
ball on the
and
right
Paire.
baseline. Ball was pulled out.
Are up by 5 games to 4.
It was a good change up, the lob over the man at the net. Well,
Klaasen.
he was hoping for the best,
15.
but from that distance, surely
Wawrinka have 1 challenge remaining.
he couldn't have made such an informed decision. But they challenged it anyway, lost it. Good choice.
Love.
They're certainly bouncing around as much as we expect them to, Klaasen and Monroe particularly.
30-15.
Oh, big mental error there by Klaasen. Paire once again a regulation forehand return for him, and for a player ranked in, well, around the 40s, should have been very makeable. No, certainly sailed long. But it was hit so fiercely, and Monroe was right in its path. Mishit the volley completely. Critical point.
All of a sudden, Monroe has missed 2 forehand volleys. The first one was going straight into the fence. He chose to play it, missed it, and then he fluffed the next one straight into the bottom of the net. So with this, it's game point and set point. First set point for Wawrinka and Paire.
Klaasen, Monroe.
Again, a good first serve by Klaasen, setting that up. So we are tied up, 5 games apiece. Late night doubles action.
That's the way Paire ought to be playing. Nice clean ace down the middle, 197. That's his ability level. It was a good serve, but such was the quality of the return that he could just about dig it out, and then of course...
No, he didn't try and dig it out. He was trying to play a reverse drop shot.
He was.
Yes. Quite an
Audacious.
incredible character.
Well, he got properly punished.
Good hands by Monroe there.
15,
Taking that on the rise. So all of a sudden the pair serve is in trouble. It's trailing 15-30. What's the replay of that? Nice and early.
Thank you. 15-14.
Double fall by Benoit Paire sets up a break point for the Monroe Klaasen team.
Several, as it were.
Oh, he had it. Just
30-14.
hit it long. Well read by Klaasen.
Just a little over-enthusiastic. Paire and Wawrinka lucky that one time. Also made quite an effort to keep that point going.
Deuce.
Again, a wonderfully placed first serve by Benoit Paire, taking a little off it.
Receive
178.
Who's receiving? Monroe is. Deuce court. Oh, brilliant.
Wawrinka.
Aced him the first time around down the tee.
Well, it's 6
Now,
games to 5.
fabulously sliced serve, and we are still on serve the opening set.
Time.
So the Paire Wawrinka combination wriggled out of a deep hole in the last service game. Now Monroe serving to stay in the first set. Wonderful hands by Klaasen at the net.
15 love.
That's more like the Klaasen and Monroe we saw against Bhupati and Nestor, leaping all over the net. Brilliant. Benoit. Good morning.
15 all.
This guy's a real Charu favorite. Calls him in by his first name. Good bum chums. Benoit and Charu. Yeah, Charu exchanges a few French expressions with him, I've noticed.
That was not very pretty at all. That two-handed lift. Very inelegant.
So not known as Benoit anymore, now he's known as Paire.
Ooh, that seemed pretty close to the line. Was swerving away.
Didn't miss by much. That's for sure.
(40-15).
Again, a slapped forehand by Benoit Paire. So we are 40-15 on the Monroe serve as we inch closer to a regular tiebreak to decide the first set.
Next, the serve.
I must say, Monroe has a pretty incredible ball toss. He tosses the ball so much to his right.
Every once in a while, and then,
yeah.
and then he straightens it out because it's too far right.
And a weak lob by Wawrinka. So with that, Monroe and Klaasen hold serve. And after 39 minutes of play, we're into a tiebreak.
When was the last time, Rico, that you got truly upset with your doubles
An
partner?
additional challenge.
Come on, confession time. Like, come on, what are you doing?
Jesus, Charlie, normally moons ago that was.
1-0.
Well, perhaps
Wawrinka.
just long.
I must confess, I've got quite annoyed at times when I've been sitting in the chair at Fed Cup and the girls are playing doubles and they do stuff that is absurd. And it's just very frustrating to keep telling them what to do and they go out there and just do the opposite. But that's a part and parcel of the game.
I can see why you've lost a bit of hair.
Wonderful point. Benoit Paire did well there.
2-0.
Two good lunging volleys by Klaasen and then by Monroe. The final backhand cross court just had a little too much on it. So Wawrinka and Paire jump out to an early lead. They have a mini break. They lead 2-love. Remind our viewers, this is a regular tie break. First to 7.
2-1. Paire Wawrinka.
Klaasen choosing to go down the line. Not the best play with Paire on the baseline. Paying the price. Wawrinka with an easy forehand volley through the middle. So 3-1. Still up a mini break.
We were calling another match, and who was it that kept going straight back to the man of the net? Was it Bopana and Ram?
No, the Sanam and Vishnu.
Sanam, Vishnu.
4-1.
Thanks for remembering.
Paire Wawrinka.
So with that missed backhand volley, Wawrinka and Paire take command of this tiebreak. They lead 4 points to 1.
See, he does keep missing that toss every once in a while. Gone.
4-2. Paire Wawrinka.
That was a poor lob by Paire. 4-2 as players change ends. Been on court for 43 minutes.
They're still bouncing around, looking gone.
5.
Wonderful return by Wawrinka. Blocked backhand down the line. So with that, the Wawrinka pair combined lead 5 games, 5 points to 2. An opportunity here on the Wawrinka serve to close out this first set.
Such a clever forehand cross court by Wawrinka. And sure, Monroe was there, but maybe he tried to do too much with it. Yet, very clever point. Well played by the man from Saint Barthélemy.
4 set points. The Wawrinka serve. Wonderful return by Monroe. Inside out. So Monroe and Klaasen save 1. See a replay of that. Hit nice and early by Monroe. Not an easy shot. One of the tougher shots in the game. Again, a wonderful first serve by Raven Klaasen. Little unlucky there was Wawrinka hitting the top of the net. So all of a sudden, set points are down to just 1. Benoit Paire to serve.
Well, he needs to focus for about 5 seconds. That's it. Put a good first serve in. Take the set. Relax on the bench. Not to be.
We need to send Charu down to give him some good tips. Those 4 set points disappeared very quickly. Benoit Paire sprays a backhand long. With that, the Klaasen-Monroe team evened it up here at 6 points all. Real change of fortune here in the tie break. Wawrinka and Paire totally in command, up by 6 points to 2. Had a couple of loose points there and allowed the Klaasen-Monroe team to come straight back. So 6-all. Oh, an absolute fantastic backhand cross-court volley by Wawrinka.
Yeah, that was a fast-forward point. Great serve, wonderful return, and Wawrinka quickly maneuvered himself into a great position for that backhand cross-court volley. Excellent point.
Again, that ball toss for Monroe.
Dodgy.
Benoit Paire spraying his forehand wide. And that's 5 set points that they have lost. Now Monroe serving from the near end.
8-7. Klaasen-Monroe.
That good first serve by Monroe. They earned their first set point. He bounced back from 2-6 in this tiebreak. And a wonderful first serve by Wawrinka at 182.
Tell you, Klaasen left into that backhand up the line and didn't miss by much. Don't think Paire was planning to make a go of it. Paire, the hero.
9-8.
First volley came back.
Wawrinka.
Very flashy backhand cross-court slap to take the point.
So the 6th set point here for the Wawrinka Paire combination. The 6th. The switch ends at 9-all.
9-all.
Both teams switch ends at 9-all, 9 points apiece. Great defensive volleys there by Klaasen and Monroe.
Klaasen, Monroe.
Stan Wawrinka went ripping his backhand straight at Monroe there. Monroe doing really well to reflex that volley. Now they earn their 2nd set point. The team of Klaasen and Monroe. They lead by 10 points to 9. Oh, wonderful backhand volley by Klaasen. And they win the first set.
7 games to 6.
By 7 games to 6 in 50 minutes.
Conversational sportsman conduct warning, Mr. Paire.
Fuck tous ces matchs, Monroe. Il n'y a jamais rien. Ah ouais, parce que Monroe, il joue pas devant la télé, il n'y a pas un arbitre qui me Pas un arbitre, non, je parle de général, parce que c'est une généralité avec vous. Quand il y a des bons mecs, vous n'osez rien faire. Parce que vous n'avez pas de... pour leur mettre quelque chose. Hein? Quoi, ça suffit? T'as une explication? Non, parce qu'avec toi, on ne peut jamais parler. Moi, je veux parler maintenant. Non? Dis-moi. On ne peut jamais parler, c'est de toute façon des fous raisons. Est-ce qu'il mérite un warning là?
Stan Wawrinka here in deep conversation with the umpire. So, having saved 6 set points, the team of Klaasen and Monroe win the opening set. 11-9 in the tiebreak.
Getting some treatment on his thigh, but I mean, how's your French?
Hopeless.
Time.
Doesn't help.
So
There was a loud exchange though, nothing subtle about it.
Wawrinka and Paire walk back on the court. Monroe and Klaasen take a break. They just return to the court as well. So the second set is about to begin. This the last match of the night, the second double semi-finals. The winner of this match will go on to play the team of Emmerich and Bergman tomorrow.
Second set. Klaasen.
Monroe in the line of fire. Talk about a fired up Wawrinka. Yeah, finally a hand-in apology. Gosh, there's a fierce attack.
Maybe we need some body armor. Wawrinka keeps drilling overheads at him. These are tough guys. Some great retrieving there by Klaasen, and missed the easy volley.
Well, glad to see that Paire is up and ready to play, unlike most of their first set. Whoa, take that! Big forehand by Wawrinka, and a bigger backhand cross-court by Paire. Oh, they've come here to play the second set. Such great work by Wawrinka. Unfortunately undone by that missed backhand volley by Paire. And look at his keenness to try and get into that point.
I think I must say they're letting a lot of opportunities get away here. Wawrinka and Paire.
Paire atones. Brilliant forehand.
Benoit atones. And he's a good boy. He's called by his first name. But that was a wonderful forehand. Hits such power. So Benoit Paire and Wawrinka, they lead 1-0. And we're nearing an hour mark here in this second double semi-finals.
Got to learn some French, that's for sure. Got to know what's going on with this conversation here. Something's really eating up Wawrinka. Well, whatever it is helping him. And Klaasen and Monroe particularly bearing the brunt.
15 love. Out. 30-15. Ball. 40-15.
Well, again, Paire remained at the baseline, so maybe better choice for Klaasen to go cross court.
Game
Down the middle.
Wawrinka.
193. Wawrinka and Paire hold to cement the break. Up to love in the second set, but they did let the first set go. 6-2 up in the tie break. They really should have walked away with the first set. They would have been in a very comfortable position right now. Instead, battling to win the second set and then take it into a match tie break. Didn't have much room to work with. Excellent hands by Benoit Paire.
Love 30.
Paire and Wawrinka here in command of the second set. Up 2 love. Love 30 on the Monroe serve.
15-30.
Hands by Klaasen at the net.
Threading a needle there, Stan Wawrinka. Almost no space at all. Still, somehow.
I would have challenged that call.
You lost by a millimeter.
Oh. Benoit or Paire? I tell you, when Paire misses, he stays missed. You know what I mean? The ball. You don't need any linesman to call the balls when he misses them. He misses them by 20 feet.
Deuce, deciding point, receiver choice.
So back to the no ad scoring on the Monroe serve.
Game Klaasen, Monroe. New ball, please.
So with that, Klaasen and Monroe get themselves out of a bit of a jam there. They hold serve. Paire and Wawrinka, they up a break in the second set. They lead 2 games to 1.
Time. Thank you.
So you're back live at the SDAT Tennis Stadium in Chennai as Wawrinka gets ready to serve.
Love 15.
Benoit Paire continuing to spray volleys all over the place at the net. Wonderful return by Klaasen.
Well, you've got to get such returns from time to time, and which is why it's so important when you get an easy opportunity at the net to put it away and not waste the opportunity.
Backhand by Wawrinka.
15-13.
Well, he's not, I can assure you, but he may, or he could be forgiven for saying, must have to do everything myself here.
So 15-30. Again, a wonderful kicking serve by Wawrinka.
I'm not so sure Wawrinka needs to win this, if you know what I mean, in the overall scheme of his tennis life. But he's working so hard to ensure that Benoit Paire gets to a final, along with him, of course. Yes! Well done!
40-13.
That's the way, Benoit. Two good volleys at the net. So game point to Wawrinka and Benoit Paire.
Deciding point, receiver choice.
Raven Klaasen from South Africa will receive the deciding point. By Klaasen. And they level this set at 2 games apiece. Like to see that beautifully struck forehand topspin lob by the South African over the Wawrinka head. So after an hour and 6 minutes, we are tied up again at 2 games apiece in the second set. Again, a good heavily top-spun second serve by Klaasen, forcing the error of the Paire racket. Again, that is an absolute
30-15.
beauty of a backhand. Really got to come and watch Stan Wawrinka hit his one-handed backhands. They are just majestic. So good hands by Monroe at the net, cutting off that return of serve. So 40-15. Wawrinka, they're getting jammed on the return. Not very happy, throws his racket into the fence. For the team of Klaasen and Monroe, they hold serve. After being down a break in the set, they now lead by 3 games to 2. And that's 1 set to love.
Time.
So Paire serving to Monroe. Very straightforward doubles point here. Wawrinka putting away a nice easy overhead.
Good judgment by Wawrinka. Although Paire did chase it, thinking may just land in. Luckily for them, just long. Yeah, for a change, Klaasen's poaching not swift enough.
Wawrinka. 3 games all.
You know, Rico, you mentioned, and of course is there to see as well, how erect Benoit Paire plays his tennis, even at the net. And even though this is late night tennis, let me quickly remind everyone that Benoit Paire's nickname is La Tigre, which is the stork, as in, oh, well played, stork, as in thin and tall.
Storks, when they sleep, stand on one leg, Charu. Does he do the same thing?
As in STALK. The agricultural stork.
So pretty straightforward forehand volley there by Klaasen into the net. So all of a sudden, the Wawrinka Paire team at love 30.
He's done that on more than a couple of occasions, Stan Wawrinka. He's come here to play, that's for sure.
Well, I'm not too sure about that strategy, serving to his backhand and leaving the line open. That's his bread and butter.
Maybe they expect him not to make it on the serve. Difficult to line up.
Monroe and Klaasen continuing to get themselves out of deep holes. 15-40. Again, a whole bunch of break points here for Wawrinka and Paire. Two saved.
Very deep second serve, just about catching the line.
So a big forehand by Wawrinka. And they break the Monroe serve. They're down by 1 set to love, but they lead 4-3 in the second set.
Time.
So Paire and Wawrinka, the upper break. They lead by 4 games to 3. That is probably one of the best lobs I've ever seen in my life. To get a lob over a guy 6 foot 5 inches tall is not very easy. And Monroe was as accurate as you can get with that lob.
I'm amazed at the enthusiasm with which Paire chased that lob. And that's with reference to that bruising singles semi-final he played a few hours ago on centre court. A rare miss by Wawrinka. Well, they broke earlier in the set and were broken right back. And it seems that the pattern may follow. Love 30. Or should I say pattern may repeat.
Oh, Monroe had a chance there. A weak second serve from Wawrinka, 125.
I think the lack of pace put Monroe off, and having nothing to work with, just overdid that forehand return of his. Could be.
Monroe read that well. A little unlucky.
Benoit Paire still finding the strength and energy to pedal back and reach for that overhead. Couldn't do too much with it. Good to see him still trying. Good heavy serve down the middle at 204. Will always help bail you out of a tough situation.
Sets Wawrinka up with a game point. An opportunity to consolidate their break in this second set. 203. So with those two booming first serves, Wawrinka and Paire lead 5 games to 3 in the second set. And we are a game away now from a super tie break. Slapped forehand by Paire going long. Incredible how casually he looks sometimes. That was a superb lob by Benoit Paire.
Earns a big smile from Wawrinka as a reward.
30-15.
Very heavy servers, Klaasen. 184, high percentage of first serves. Very difficult serve to break, the South Africans. Again, great hands by Monroe at the net. When we return, Benoit Paire will serve for the second set. 5 games to 4. Paire definitely keeping the crowd alive and awake, getting them all worked up here in Chennai as he serves for the second set to take this match into a super tiebreak.
What a casual volley by Paire. Big mistake by Monroe. First casual attempt by Wawrinka was actually run down by Monroe. This time, Klaasen, beg your pardon. This one does work.
Great stab, forehand volley through the middle. For 30 love, the Paire serve. Make that 40 love.
Benoit Paire really feeding off the crowd. The Nungambakam tennis facility in Chennai. Where did you say it was, Rico?
Velluvarkottam.
Velluvarkottam.
Crowd really getting into it now as we near the super tiebreak. Famous chest bump that was used by the Indian Express for many years, being replicated here at the Chennai Open by Wawrinka and Benoit Paire as they win the second set by 6 games to 4. And we await the final super tiebreak when we return. this is an opportunity for both teams to get to the doubles final. Crowd really getting into it now. Benoit Paire and Wawrinka really worked them up. As we play the super tie-break to decide who will play Bergerman and Emmerich tomorrow in the doubles final. So Klaasen, South African from the far end, will open proceedings. Serving to Stan Wawrinka. Again, not convinced on that play, Charu. I mentioned it earlier. You don't serve to his backhand and leave the line open. That's just a bread and butter backhand for him. Tactically, I'm not sure they made the right decision doing that. They may pay a heavy price for it.
I don't think they play too many players with the backhand of Wawrinka usually, and they keep underestimating his accuracy off that flank. Benoit Paire leaping back, just about making that overhead.
2-0.
Wonderful pick up there by Wawrinka. A half volley. Klaasen made a good return down at his feet. He did well to pick it up.
Are they charged up or what? The first time I've seen Benoit Paire really wide awake all evening. And again, don't mean to be funny or critical. It's just that he went through that brutal singles. Oh, what a poach.
3-0.
Very fired up Benoit Paire. You watch this. Wawrinka and Monroe exchanging forehands on the baseline, and then Benoit Paire poaches a beautiful volley. All of a sudden they've raced to a 3-love lead.
And look at the encouragement coming in from Wawrinka.
We remind our viewers that they beat Rohan Bopanna and Rajiv Ram 10-1 in this format.
Klaasen Monroe challenging the call on
Yeah, I can understand at this point
left baseline
of the super tie break, you need to challenge if it's close.
Oh, it's extremely close.
The crowd's really getting into this match now. And is it? Oh! It's not even millimeters.
4-0.
Gosh.
Paire Wawrinka.
How close was that?
Monroe's serve going a little haywire now as the pressure mounts.
Oh! What a great forehand he hit before that.
Set up that backhand.
4-1 Paire Wawrinka. Klaasen Monroe have 2 challenges remaining.
Such is the level of noise here. The spectators this late at night, you could mistake this for the singles final.
A wonderful return by Klaasen there. Down at Paire's feet. Very difficult to pick up those half volleys, especially when you're 6'5".
Terrific atmosphere all of a sudden in the closing stages of this last semi-final here at the Nungambakkam tennis facility in Chennai. Very late at night, but the spectators have really gotten into this match now. Even though it was the easiest to put away, the crowd loved it.
Wawrinka.
Klaasen and Monroe, 2-5.
6-2. Paire, Wawrinka.
Make that 2-6. With that forehand error, Wawrinka and Paire lead 6 points to 3. I'd like to remind our viewers, this is a super tie break, and if you're not too familiar with the super tie break, it is first to 10 with a difference of 2.
Thank you. Thank you.
So at 6-3, Wawrinka to serve from the far end.
Pulled it off. Tried a few cute volleys through this double semi-final. Most didn't work, but a big serve by Wawrinka. And Paire, quite magnificent. Easy as it was, executed it well.
So 7-3 and a commanding lead for Wawrinka and Paire.
In the background, 2:08. Really banged it down the previous first serve.
Monroe hitting a forehand long.
They can't blow from here now, can they?
Difficult. Monroe to serve at 3-8.
They've really raised their game, both Wawrinka and Benoit Paire.
Oh!
Just wide, sadly, for Benoit Paire. Really went for that backhand up the line.
Didn't miss by much. So the teams will change ends.
Well, luckily for Benoit Paire, Stan Wawrinka was really into this double semi-final, kept it going, kept the fire going, kept the opportunities going, and they are, in all likelihood, going to reap the reward of Wawrinka's persistence.
Wawrinka going to his favorite back.
Easy Paire.
One saved with a wonderful serve out wide by Klaasen. 7-9. Make that 8-9.
Gosh, how late are they going to leave it?
So Stan Wawrinka now will serve at 9-8. His third match point.
Or a couple of weak lobs. And they left it all till very late. Wawrinka, can he pull off a big bomb? Now's the time. And he has. What a brilliant comeback victory for the French-Swiss combination. Both having lost their singles matches earlier on, have a massive consolation by reaching the final of the doubles. Klaasen and Monroe, a spirited match once again, taking the opener in a tie-break. But Rico just not good enough in the face of a rampaging Wawrinka and awake once again, Benoit Paire.
Well, that last serve was at 212 kilometers an hour, the fastest Wawrinka serve of the night, and he kept it for the end. So with that, Wawrinka and Paire get through a bruising doubles encounter to win it in 3 sets, eventually winning the super tie break 10-8. And of course, here's a result for you. Paire and Wawrinka beating Klaasen and Monroe 6-7, 6-4, 10-8 to reach the finals, the Aircel Chennai Open 2013.
So all we have left for you then is finals Sunday, and that will come to you tomorrow. Singles final as well as the doubles. It's going to be the Aircel Chennai Open 2013 finale. Do join us tomorrow. For now, thanks for being with us. We'll see you again soon.